Hello everyone, welcome back to Sajabana Games. So today just playing a little bit of Elite Dangerous. This is, I don't know, just a few hours in. Number of small missions just to grind something out. But I thought I'd share a few notes that I thought were easily missed in the intro tutorial flight where they covered like waypoints and basic maneuverability and things like that. But then I wanted to do like a salvage mission and things, and took a minute to figure out. So I thought I'd share with you guys that and go through a mission or two here. So I'm docked at a station, and I am at the mission board. I'm gonna go ahead and pick a few basic missions. So one, if you want to be efficient, try and pick missions in the same area. So like right now, I'm getting ready to go here, so I'm just gonna pick a delivery mission. So 41,000 credits for where I'm at just starting. That's a decent mission for only 2 units of cargo. So let's just go pick this. We'll say accept, and then the first thing you got to do is in the station you're in, you need to collect the items. All right, so you can see at the bottom it says collect items 0. I got to collect the items, and now I have the items on board. So then I have to go and deliver them elsewhere. Now, if the mission appears that if the mission is bigger than your cargo, you can do like a partial delivery, partial complete. You might even be able to make multiple runs back and forth, but that's the beginning. So let me go ahead and there's another delivery to the same location. So let's do that since we're going there anyways. Alright, so let's collect these items. There we go. So now at the pickup location, there's 0 items remaining. We'll go back, and then another good type of mission, especially if you don't have a lot of storage, is these courier jobs, because it's like a data courier, so it doesn't take any inventory space. So let's go ahead and accept that. Alright, so we picked up 3 missions, which is, a good amount of credits for this early in the game. And you can see these other ones, there's different locations, but let's go ahead and exit the station. So go ahead and we'll do auto launch. We'll get underway here. Okay. Now while we wait for that, we can go ahead and go to our navigation. We know where we're headed next. We can scroll down. Usually the next system or the list of systems that connect are at the bottom of the list. Unless you filter, obviously, but let's go ahead and pick this one, and let's say lock and engage hyperdrive. And it's probably gonna fail, but it'll at least lock it. Yeah, we're mass locked, which basically just means we're too close to whatever station we're at or planet, whatever. There's a mass near us, and that prevents us from entering like warp, pretty much. So another thing for aligning to your nav point, so you got that bigger radar in the middle there, and then you have your heat indicator, which is 35%, but just to the left and above that is the compass, and there's like a solid dot there. You see, I'm gonna align it straight above me, and then I'm just gonna go up until it's right ahead. So that is an easy way to find something. If the dot is, let me show you, if it's a circle instead of solid, that means it's behind you. So you just want to do a roll until it's in front of you. Once it's solid, it's ahead of you somewhere. If it's a empty circle, it's behind you. So you want to get that aligned, and now we can go back to our navigation. Now we're not mass locked anymore. We can pick this and we can say engage hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging.
Which they call friendship drive, I guess. You can see the area we're going to, its name, and then it tells you it's the inner Orion spur and it's high security clean. Right, so then it says ready to engage. Our driver's charged, so we just gotta accelerate a little bit more. And it's going to jump us over to this other system where we'll deliver the goods we picked up and the data and complete those 3 items. Alright, there we go. So we came out of warp. A couple other quick notes. If you see a nav point and it's got this little dotted thing, that means it's behind something. Like, see that resource extraction site? That's just telling me that it's behind something, or there's something in the way. So let's go ahead and go back to our navigation. Let's go to the top of this list here, and we're headed for this station. So this time we're going to say there's locked destination, which will put it in our compass, but we'll do Super Cruise Assist, which will basically lock the destination and Super Cruise. So you can see here it's behind us based on the circle, and it says align target with destination. So we're just gonna loop. Now it's solid, so it's ahead of us. We'll keep going until we see it, and we'll just we'll get aligned here. There you go. Once you align with the Super Cruise Assist, as soon as you align to your destination, it'll automatically accelerate and do the whole Super Cruise for you. And if you're new to the game, basically there's like 3 types of engines and speeds, right? There's your basic maneuverability and speed, like what you're going to use in like a dogfight, mining, picking up cargo, etc. And then these are your inner system speeds, right? Like, so planet to planet and so forth. And that is your Super Cruise, right? So it's just a faster way. They unload some of the assets and you cruise between planets in the same system. Then from there you have your hyperdrive or warp drive, whatever, to jump from system to system. So that's the third one, which you can't really steer or navigate when you're using the third one to go from system to system. But with Super Cruise, you can navigate. You can steer, you can turn, all those kind of things apply. You can accelerate and decelerate within a certain range. Now you also see here on the left, if you're manually doing this, it's going to be even more important. But on the left at the bottom it says distance and speed, and you see the blue bars. So in order to exit Super Cruise, you have to get in your speed into the blue area. In order to land at your destination, where you're aiming with your nav point selected, your distance needs to be in the blue bars. So you need to align kind of both to land where you want to go, right? So that's important when you're manually navigating. And so you can see here with the Super Cruise Assist, it's automatically slowing me down kind of as I get closer. And certain things will slow you down as well automatically, even without the assist on. Because I believe large masses like planets and things will kind of automatically slow you down because their gravitational pull is the game's explanation for it. Why not? Makes sense. Here we go. So we got our Y to exit. There we go. Now we're out. Another thing I noticed here at this particular station before, there is an auto docking procedure you can do, but always get in front of the station first, because I have tried the auto dock from that entry point before, and it runs into the ring. The autopilot will crash into that ring, and the ship takes like 1% damage or something silly. But why wreck when you don't have to? So fly out in front of the station first, and then do the auto dock procedure. Which, in order to initiate it, you got to be within 7.5 km, and you have to come to a stop. And then what you do is you open your external panel and go to contacts, and you contact the station and request docking. So that's kind of the procedure there, which we'll go through here in just a second. Once I am past that ring, because I don't want to wreck. And I don't think I have to be like necessarily all the way past it, but I don't want to be like right here and right next to it. So let's go a little further out. Let's accelerate a little distance. a little more distance here. Alright, that's good enough. So now we can come to a complete stop here. That we're kind of partly in front of this thing. Let's open up that external panel. See, here's our navigation. We're going to go to contacts. We're going to go over to request docking. And we're going to select that option. Docking request granted. And now we just wait while we auto dock.
Automated docking approved. You may now handle the control.
Scan detected.
Another little detail I like in this game is the 2001 Space Odyssey, or the Space Odyssey music that dun 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 dun. That music. It's a good sci-fi movie. So I like the idea they borrowed that little song from that movie. So you hear it every now and then when you're like docking the stations, and you just see the station twirling.
Landing gear deployed.
Alright. So we are landed. I always pretty much refuel.
Touchdown confirmed.
Then we can go to Starport Services.
Report to station services for more information, Commander.
So now that we're working in Station Services, we'll go to our mission board. We can see here, Data Courier complete. So let's go ahead and complete that. We'll turn that in. We've got, okay, so courier job complete. Shows our reputation standing increase. We also had some encrypted data storage that we salvaged. So let's complete that. We'll turn that in.
Incoming message.
There we go. And then we'll turn in our delivery. So here you can see it's partial, but it's highlighted. So here I can do partial. But I say delivery items, I unload them. Now it's complete. And then get that. So we'll just turn all of these missions in. See, yeah. So if I do this, I can like turn one in, partial complete. If I just do this and then select it, now it shows that they're in the station, and then I can complete the mission. So this is completing those. So let's pick up the new mission here, and let's talk about salvage. So here we go. Encrypted data storage salvage operation. Okay, so each of these missions will take only one storage, one inventory. So let's go ahead and pick this. We'll do both of these since they're in the same system. They're actually in the system we just came from, but it's okay. Just grinding out some stuff to get credits and to show how the game works. Alright, so we got those. Let's see, do we have any other stuff to that? Says it's courier, that's a system. We're not headed there yet. Okay, so alright, well, we got the salvage, that's what we wanted. Alright, so let's take this and we'll hop over to the commodities market real quick before we leave. Sell, do we have anything to sell? Oh, nope. Okay, our inventory is clear. We don't have any inventory to sell. Alright. So some other stuff here when you're in the stations. If you go to outfitting, you can pick components on your ship to upgrade. Oops, like I said, I have to wait for that now. So let's just see if there's anything interesting. I don't, so far, haven't been playing that long. The station inventory that's available does not change much or at all. It may also, wait until I increase my standing, but like hard points, that's going to be like your guns, mining lasers, etc. I recommend in the beginning they give you these gimbaled weapons. I think you probably definitely want gimbaled when you're first starting out. So the gimbaled weapons allow for like aiming assist, where as you're flying, the weapons will, within a certain level of tolerance, auto aim at your opponent or selected ship if you're firing. So if I look here, let's say browse shop, I can look at a pulse laser, which is what I have currently installed, right? But like this pulse laser, you can see here, if I were to replace it, it's fairly cheap. It has a higher damage per second, same power draw, rate of fire is a little bit slower, thermal load's a little higher, but it's got that crosshair icon on it. It is fixed, so I have to be very precise when navigating and firing in a dogfight. So it's, makes it a little bit more difficult. And you can see at the top there, there's the crosshairs, there's the kind of two circles, which is the gimbal, and then there's the last icon, which is actually a turret. So you have your fixed, where you got to be very precise with your aim, your gimbal, where you just kind of point in the right direction within a certain level of tolerance, and they auto aim, and then your turrets, which should fully auto aim. So we're not going to change these right now, in as much as I'd like to upgrade my guns, but yeah, we'll get a mining tool later. Okay, so utilities. Let's talk about utilities quick. Utilities are just some extra slots. I got a shield booster in here just in case I have an encounter. You can also do like chaff and some other type of things are in here. And there's another one, like a disposable heat sink. So you can get a device that'll absorb heat as you fight, and then you can like eject it so that you're basically just instantly ejecting heat instead of letting components cool off. Core internal. This is like your reactor power plant, right? This is how much energy you're generating. And then you got your thrusters, your frame shift drive, which is the interplanetary. And then life support, you can upgrade that. Power distribute coupling, basically the efficiency of your reactor and some of those stats. And the sensors, you get your range and so forth. Okay, so then fuel tanks if you want to go further. Under the optional internal, you can find things like your shield generator, cargo racks, your super cruise assist, so that could be damaged, or you could remove it and make room for something else if you want to just manually do the super cruise, which once you get the hang of it, it's probably not a problem. But then you have your advanced docking for your auto docking, planetary probe tray. Some of these things are nice early on, I'd probably keep, but we can show the options here too. So browse shop. So you got your cargo racks, right? You got your flight assist. Then you have a fuel scoop. So if you want to do like long exploration, this allows you to get near certain spatial bodies or like stars and basically get fuel on the fly. Hull reinforcement, basically armor, and refineries allow you to, while in space, convert certain materials into other sellable materials. So I don't have a refinery yet. This is the small starter ship. So, very limited space and everything. I just installed extra cargo racks to double my cargo space from the single rack that came on it initially. It's 4 capacity. I added 2 more racks of 2 capacity each because that's the ones I found early on. All right, so anyways, let's go back. Let's go ahead and exit. And let's go do this the salvage mission.
Ship released. Departure authorized.
I like the details inside these stations. It looks like you see kind of like, you can see all the landing pads, and you see things that look like housing and things that look like maybe like some kind of farming in space here. Just you see a variety of things going on, which is kind of cool, different details. And so far, the 3 or 4 stations I've docked at or been in are unique, which is nice. They're not all exactly the same. um, both inside and out. Probably one of my complaints about No Man's Sky is the fact that while space stations look different on the outside, they're all identical on the inside, from the way it looks when you start to land to how it looks when you walk around. They're like identical. So I appreciate the detail they have in this one, where they at least make them different. Alright, let's go down here. This is where we're headed. I think blue things are usually highlighted for you because those are the things related to your current missions. Alright, so there we go. We're going to align to this, and we're just going to kind of cruise out here. We've got a little bit of speed. We're going 83, whatever that means. We're going to wait till the mass lock goes away. I don't know why when you hit a certain speed, it says speeding on the right. I don't know if you can get like a traffic ticket or something. I haven't experienced it yet, but I don't know. I don't know what that's for or about. The whole speeding indicator. Alright, we're still mass locked. Oh, there we go. No more mass lock. Okay. So, let's go ahead and use our hyperdrive.
Frameshift drive charging.
So, frame shift drive charging. It sounds like friendship drive. I always call it the friendship drive.
You have cleared the no-fire zone. Flight control signing off.
4, 3, 2, 1.
So another event that I was totally unprepared for the first time it happened. Sometimes when you're traveling, especially when you start to venture into more dangerous areas, you could be doing your like super cruise, and then suddenly you'll get this thing that'll say like escape vector, and the screen changes. It looks like you're going a lot faster, and it gets kind of weird for a second. But what that is that's like an interdiction, like a pirate trying to pull you out of high speed to basically get you into like a gunfight so he can kill you and take your cargo. To avoid that, you basically have to steer towards the escape vector, and it'll move around, and you got to keep steering towards the escape vector until you escape. And that's how you get out of those pirate interdictions, or I'm assuming you can do authority interdictions as well if you're like hauling stolen goods and you're the pirate. But if that happens, I'll show it and record it. So we're gonna slow down here now. We're trying to navigate toward this. See, we were going too fast, and we kind of blew by this mission degraded emissions threat 0. So threat 0, right? It's not like a battle or a fight. You see here our speed is low enough, but we're still not quite to where we need to be for the distance meter. So the blue, when you're looking at the nav waypoints, the blue ones, again, just like the external panel, the blue ones are your mission objectives and things like that. So that's why this one's blue. So let's go here. We'll get closer. We can actually increase our speed a little bit and stay within that speed range. So we close the distance a little bit faster. We just don't want to get up so fast that we can't steer there. And there we go. Now we're close enough and our speed is low enough. Press the Y on the controller. Kind of exit super cruise. And then I'm going to slow us down. And then we can see here on our radar a bunch of canisters, right? And we'll slow down even more so we don't just blow by everything. Alright, we're looking for the encrypted data canister. We can actually pick up multiple because there are a number of them here, but we we want the encrypted data one first, because that's the important one. More water, clothing. You can see we got a proximity alarm going off because like we got really close to that item. Another thing, let's go ahead and open our cargo scoop. So you have to deploy your cargo scoop just like you gotta deploy your weapons and things. And there's some efficiency, like I don't know why, it's like almost like aerodynamics comes into play, but we're in space. Okay, food canister. We're looking for the encrypted data one. But there's pods all over here. There's water. Oh, we can do this. Let's go ahead and pick one up. So you can see I kind of got it in front of me, and there's that square now in the lower left, and then you can see like a little icon for the cargo. Basically, you want to line that up in the center, and then just approach it, you know, with a little bit of speed, but keep it in the middle, and that's how you pick up cargo. So you need your cargo scoop deployed, and then you cargo acquired. So that's how you get your cargo. So let's pick up a couple pieces here, maybe get rid of some of this noise. There we go. And then we'll see if it's red right there. There we go. Okay, so centered it last minute. So we're picking up some cargo here. Let's find our encrypted data before we run out of storage. Alright, food. Let's line this one up. That's pretty much in the center. It doesn't have to be perfect, but if you're way off, you'll run into the pod, and then it'll go bouncing away from you. Here you go, encrypted data storage canister. This is the mission objective. So when we get this one, we should see mission updated. There we go. So, and we picked up two of those missions. So now we need to find one more. First, let's see how we're doing on. Whoops, nope. Not what I meant to do. Exit camera. Let's there you go, our internal panel. Inventory, 4 of 8. So we can pick up 3 more. We can pick up 3 more items here before we're out of space. So let's go ahead and pick up some more inventory. It's red, blue. There we go. So we'll just steer and pick this stuff up. Alright. So now, when you're trying to find your next nav point, like I need one more encrypted data, right? I need my next nav point. You're not gonna necessarily just see it when you're in this mode. You have to enter your super cruise for it to become effective. So let's go ahead and speed up. Oh, we gotta close our cargo scoop. Alright, so cargo scoop, and you see we got a little speed boost when we retracted it. Now we can charge our friendship drive. Increase our throttle so it turns on.
3, 2, 1, engage.
Alright, so now we're cruising again, super cruising. Discovered mission-related signal source. So it looks like it's here somewhere. Let's see if we can figure out which nav point is detected. That is our signal source. There's none of those, even though they say unknown. It shouldn't be these because they're not blue. So let's just do a big loop. Look around here. So there's a bunch of stuff. Don't see it over there yet. And we can slow down, but stay in super cruise as well. Let's see, not those. I think I had had something that wasn't on those orbital paths a minute ago. That is a ship. We don't want that because we're not trying to shoot someone down. We're looking for the blue. Here we go. Nope, not that one. Okay, so when in doubt, go to the nav beacon. Come on, select the nav beacon. Cycling through targets here. No, I want the nav beacon. Oh, there we go. Okay, so here we go. We got our nav beacon selected. Let's see. Pilot Memorial. Alright, we can see our distance on the nav beacon and our speed. Alright, as we get closer to the star, it's affecting our speed. Our distance is closing. So as long as that needle's moving fast enough where you'll get there, I don't usually worry too much about it. But, you know, let's see. Closing in. Our speed is good. Distance is almost there. So we just gotta keep it kind of centered in front of us and we'll get there. Alright, so we're good to exit. So now what we want to do is we want to approach this nav beacon. Alright, let's turn toward this thing. Alright, so here's our nav beacon. It's right in front of us. But can't seem to select it. You're supposed to be able to scan it. No, we don't want combat mode.
Cannot comply. Cargo scoop deployed.
Let's see, last time I did this, it was a lot easier. Let's see. Nav beacon. I don't know why. It's, unless I've already been to this one. That's what it is. I've been here. So the first time you approach the nav beacon, it will scan it and like download new info. But I've already been to this one. That's why I'm just getting 0 and kind of staring at it. So let's go ahead and let's get moving into our super cruise again, kind of.
Cannot comply.
Oh.
Cargo scoop deployed.
Oh, okay, so we want the
Cargo
in.
scoop retracted.
Oh, we gotta put our guns away. That's what it is.
Frameshift drive
Alright.
charging.
So our guns away, scoops away.
3,
Let's
2,
cruise. Let's get moving. See if we can find that point. And I'm gonna slow this down. I'm gonna stay in super cruise, but I'm gonna slow down the speed here. So you can see here, unidentified, which is usually like a crash I found so far. But if it doesn't have the blue, you won't get the encrypted data you're looking for. So you do have to find like specific ones. That's the nav beacon. I'm not going back to the nav beacon. Oh, it's the same ones we were at earlier. Okay, let's... Alright, let's go ahead and pick a destination here and fly out a certain direction. One thing I found worked really well last time I had this trouble too is instead of being in the center of the system and kind of like looking outward in a circular pattern trying to find what I'm looking for, I flew out basically to the edge, right to the far edge of the system, and then turned back and looked inward because the whole system was then in front of me and I wasn't in the middle, which worked good for detecting things that are a little bit above or below, like the planetary orbital paths and stuff. Because otherwise, the tendency is to basically look along those orbital paths for the most part. The other thing this will do too is if you monitor the upper right there, it tells you like contacts detected, contacts lost. It'll tell you when the mission contact comes into range of your sensors, which gives you an idea if at least you should be able to see it on your navigation. Problem is it doesn't tell you if it's still there, it just tells you like when it pops up. And we're accelerating, but it takes time to accelerate. It's not instant. There you go. Got that planet selected. And it'll take us about 1 minute to get there. So another thing I didn't quite catch in the original tutorial, in the bottom right there, you do have your system, your engine, and your weapons. And like, I'm on a controller, I'm on the PC, but I'm using a game style controller. You can use the arrow pad or the D-pad to like redistribute how your power is flowing to those systems to, you know, give more power to your weapons or more power to your shields, or you know, whatever you kind of need to do there. So, but just that is possible. Which reminds me, I think the first game I ever played to do that was the old X-Wing versus TIE Fighter space combat simulators. Those were fun, and they had a similar mechanic where you could kind of control your power distribution. In that game, you could even choose like I think you could choose between like forward and back shields and things like that as well. So yeah, I don't see. I'm looking for our nav point, and I'm not seeing it. We're out here on the edge of the system by the last planet. Alright, let's head back toward the middle. There's also a scan mode that I tend to forget how to activate. Let's see here if I can figure that out. So if I use my Y on the controller, open discovery. I don't have any discoveries open. I got my frame shift mode, my system map, my super cruise, galaxy map. That's under Y. And here I got my roll panel, comms panel, external panel, internal panel. So external panel, that's got our navigation. So you can see here, unidentified source, but I think that's, let's see, so we're already going. Align destination. So let's see, is this to... I don't want to go there. I don't want to go to where there's weapons fire, that's for sure. Alright, weapons fire. So it's one of the planets, the moons, everything going on around it. That's where we just were a moment ago. And then we can turn this way. We should find there's the center of the system. Like the star. And then... Oh, what's this one? Is that something? No, that's 3. Planet 3. That's 3A. That's 3. 3. B. 3B. So you can see here, we haven't quite found or narrowed in on where this thing is. Let's see if I do highest threat, next hostile. I can change my sensor zoom. Our cycle targets, that's the A menu. B is toggle camera suite lights. We don't care about lights and cameras right now. The left thumbstick press is the flight controls alternate or standard. Let's find this last piece of data, this encrypted data. Yeah, I'm still circling. I don't need to keep going back. Let's just see though if see if we can find it. I think last time it was last time I did this kind of similar run, what I was looking for was near this, it was near this location here, so let's head over here to check this out. So you can see we got new contacts coming up, but nothing says that any of those new contacts are mission related. So we're waiting for one to come up that says it's mission related. Pilot Memorial. Unidentified. No, 14 contacts lost, so 14 things out of range behind us now. Okay, 7 new things in range. So if there's a station or something here, a lot of those are probably, yeah, ships. Which is kind of what I thought they might be. Let's see. So if we do like a quick click loop here, follow that orbital path and see if anything shows up that tells us what we're looking for. You can also slow down and look at the orbital path for this planet. Let's slow down so we don't run right into something. Alright, so let's follow this orbital path here. You see that thin line? That's the orbital path for that planet or system. And oh, what's that? Oh, like a shuttle. Rogue. Mostly harmless, clean pirate. Okay. So it's just a ship, but not a bad guy. Hmm. Come on, where's this? Where's the stuff we're looking for? Alright. Well, anyways, so we showed you how to do the first one. I'll cut this and make something different for the next one. Alright, anyway, so if you guys think this looks like an interesting game, hopefully, helps with the cargo scoop and how to do the salvage missions. And until next time, have fun gaming. Sajabana, signing off.